Hello everyone and welcome back to another top 10 list. And this week we are looking at the top 10 moments of 1986. EastEnders have had 1 year to settle everyone in, and then 1986 is the year where everything kicked off big time. This top 10 list was really difficult to narrow down, but I managed to do it. And again, I have to say, this is obviously my opinion and my opinion only. If you guys agree or disagree, that's great. Let me know in the comments below, because I love to see everyone's opinions. So, let's get on with it. The top 10 moments of 1986. In at number 10, we have the wonderful moment when the Fowlers go to Southend to try and track down their runaway son, Mark Fowler. This is one of the last appearances from the original Mark, as the actor was having sort of issues behind the scenes. But it's really nice where Pauline finds Mark, tracks him down. He's got a girlfriend, he's got 2 kids, and he's taken some responsibilities. He's got a job, and he tells her he's doing okay. But when the time comes, of course, he'll come home. At least Pauline can rest happy for at least a few weeks until some other drama happens.
The emptiness, not knowing. Didn't know where you were, what you were doing, or even if you were alive or dead. I'm not blaming you, Mark. Just want you to understand what I've been going through all these months.
In at number 9, we have the wonderful character of Charlie Cotton being introduced. The husband of Dot, who only turns up when and if he needs something. Normally that something is money or maybe sex. Not that Dot ever gives that. It's a wonderful introduction where he finally gets to meet his son, Nick. The interaction between Charlie and Nick to begin with is just pure classic EastEnders.
And I've got you a cigar for after.
Spoiling me.
Don't often get the chance.
Perhaps we ought to do something about that.
What do you mean?
Oh, you always knew how to look after me, Dot. I was a fool to go when I did.
What's brought this on?
Been thinking about things.
Chucked you out, has she?
In at number 8 now, we have the moment when Den's other woman turns up to the Vic for the first time in public. That's right, Den's dirty little secret of Jan is now public to everyone, not just his close family. She turns up during the drag night at the Vic, and it's all very frosty between Angie, Sharon and Jan. Den tries to get rid of everyone from his late license so he can settle things down with his family, but unknown to him, Jan and Angie end up having quite a close bond over the dirty Den in both their lives.
You're nothing like I imagined.
Neither are you. I mean, you're not much like Den's description.
Oh, he described me to you, did he?
Well, a bit.
As a tarty old slag, I suppose.
No, of course not. Look, it was a terrible mistake coming round here. I apologise. I won't come round again.
In at number 7 now, we have the first death on EastEnders, not including Reg Cox, where the first main character on EastEnders dies off screen. That's right, the lovable Andy dies tragically, but a hero because he saves a child from being hit by a car. Of course, the aftermath of this hits around the square and Debbie is frantic, losing her lovely Andy. I can't say I was that bothered, but it needs to be in the list, being as it's the first character to be killed off in EastEnders history. In at number 6 now, we have Michelle giving birth to Vicky Fowler. And it's a lovely episode with Nurse Blossom, who you may notice from later years, helping Michelle out. And there's something that's very real about classic EastEnders, and this is one of those moments where you are there in the thick of it. Well, Michelle gives birth, the family come to visit, Pauline's trying to be overbearing but not overbearing, and Lou Beale can't believe that she is a great grandma. This episode is just full of wholesome love, which is so rare in EastEnders.
Well, look at us. Look at us. Do you realise there's 4 generations here? There's the daughter, the mother, the grandparents, and the great-grandmother.
Me? A great grandmother.
In at number 5, we have a trip abroad. Den and Ange spend some time after she's lying about being dead in a few months, so they're having one last holiday to see her life out on a high. And that's right, they're in Venice. Little does Angie know that Jan is also in Venice, and Den sneaks off to see her. On the way back on the Orient Express, he finds out that Angie is lying about her illness, and it all kicks off leading up to that famous Christmas episode. But I couldn't leave out the Venice episodes because they're so fabulous.
Yes, we're having dinner together.
In at number 4, we have the iconic Pat Wicks' first appearance, where she turns up to the square as the writers created her character because everyone was getting on too well with each other. So she was thrown in to mess up everyone's lives, and she did it. She turned up as a good friend to Ange and got pissed upstairs while eating sandwiches, and she ended up telling the bombshell that Pete wasn't Simon's son after all.
Pete, hello, my darling.
Hello, Pat.
Kathy, I've never recognised you. Very stylish. Very.
I'll just have a Coke, Pete.
Oh, no, you will not. It's my round, and I'm not taking no for an answer. And give them the usuals.
In at number 3, and maybe controversial to some as it should be number 1, is Den serving Angie the divorce papers on Christmas Day. That's right, the moment where EastEnders got its highest ever ratings of over 25 million is in at number 3. This is an iconic moment, of course, but the two above this, in my opinion, are way, way better. But we couldn't have a list of top 10 moments without this one making it near the top.
How'd you feel?
How do I feel? I'm bushed. It's been hell of a day, isn't it? And I ain't very strong, am I?
This, my sweet, is a letter from my solicitor telling you that your husband has filed a petition for divorce.
In at number 2, we have Michelle and Lofty's wedding that never was to be, and this is such a lovely episode. We got loads of moments between Michelle and Arthur and Michelle and Den where she realises, actually, I don't love Lofty and I'm marrying him for the wrong reasons, and poor old Lofty is there in front of everyone being humiliated.
Are you ready, Michelle? My little girl. Who would have thought it, eh?
This episode always sticks in my mind and it deserves to be at the top. But it missed out on the top spot because in at number 1, we have Arthur Fowler's breakdown over Christmas, where the mounting pressure of him stealing the Christmas Club money has ended up with his family ignoring his mental struggles and him just having it out at Christmas on his own, wrecking the living room. And knowing that Bill's one of the finest actors on the show, he gave a masterclass of performances right through the year. Ending it on a big Christmas episode, that's how it's done. So there you go, those were my personal top 10 moments of 1986. So let me know in the comments below if you agree or disagree, if I've missed some big moments off, or if you think some of these moments shouldn't have been in the top 10 at all. I love seeing everyone's comments below, so please make sure to make your voice heard. And I will see you again in the next video when we talk about the top 10 moments of 1987.